and gentlemen of the internet,
Guess who's back?
guess who is back? It is us.
And the Easter Bunny.
And the Easter Bunny. How was everybody's very long Easter weekend?
They're still having it right now, man.
I know. I caught your story on, I believe it was Instagram, saying, do you feel that the weekend, the Easter weekend, kind of goes a little too long?
Dude, I like taking time off and stuff, but I just feel like it's too long. We're busy people, me and you. We
This
like
is
to
true.
keep busy.
It's true.
Doing things. And I find like this, especially when everything's closed. Like yesterday, like everything's closed. I can't do anything, and even today, like some things are closed. Friday, like Good Friday, things were closed. It's like, man, like.
Yeah, you had to really prepare ahead, especially for this long weekend. I mean, if you wanted to have a 4-day, 5-day bender, you'd have to hit the liquor store Thursday and really prepare for that.
I mean, you could do it Saturday. You could go get booze.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? But I mean,
Apologies.
still, it's
Yeah.
like, anyway, it's just too much, man. And then all the chocolate. Dude, did you partake in some chocolate deliciousness?
Well, yes, I did, sir.
I saw your baking. I saw your baking story there.
I challenged myself again.
I do like that.
Last Sunday to
Yes.
another baking challenge, and this Sunday was, of course, me baking some chocolate chip cookies,
I saw.
which I might add, much easier than baking a cake.
A little bit easier. Yeah, for sure. No doubt about that.
Yeah,
It came out okay, though.
Yeah, they tasted great.
See? That's
Tasted great. Again, much easier, less stress. Didn't have that much long of an Insta story, thankfully, and
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, how was your weekend? What'd you get up to?
It was good. I just did a lot of family stuff. I try to keep busy with work, but just like a family. I think that's what killed me, too. I just keep myself busy with a few projects, and I was just like, I'm going to relax for one weekend, see what this feels like.
Yeah.
Let's see how people do it every weekend. I don't know how you people do it every weekend. I have no idea. Like, I was going crazy. Like, I was eating out, like, all the time because it's just like, that's something to do.
Right.
Restaurants were open no matter what day it was. You could go eat somewhere.
This is true.
You know what I mean? I couldn't go to the store and buy fresh groceries. Everything was closed.
Yeah, and even today, I kind of feel like the gears are turning a little slower than usual.
I mean, you're yawning a second
I
ago.
was. I don't know why. I'm going to the gym after the show, but I mean, again, I don't know what I just think. So with the stores being closed,
Yeah.
and just everything kind of shutting down, it kind of takes a toll on you if you realize it or not.
Weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have your coffee right here, hidden behind the.
I needed
the
it
dog
because I was
mug.
just like, man, I'm just dopey today. But we're back. We're fresh.
We are fresh, ladies and gentlemen. For
We're ready to go.
Monday, April 2nd. Again, happy Easter Monday, ladies and gentlemen. I hope the weekend treated you guys very well. Hopefully you're alive, you're safe.
Yep.
And it was a great weekend. Hope you got to enjoy it with some friends and family and all of that jazz.
Yeah.
But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is Talking Trends. We are your hosts, TK and Tony. And if this is your first time tuning into the show, we take news stories from around the globe, and we bring them to the comforts of your home. And unlike a lot of podcasts, this one is done live, so we'd like to hear your comments and opinions too.
We did.
And today, in Talking Trends history, I just dubbed it that right now.
Nice.
Happy birthday going out to Marvin Gaye.
The one and only.
What's going on?
What is going on?
And responsible for Let's Get It On.
Getting it on everywhere. That song made a lot of babies.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that man has been responsible for a lot of children.
He's got 45 million children.
Yeah. So shouts out, rest in peace, and happy birthday to Marvin Gaye.
Shouts out.
We have an interesting challenge for April. For those who don't know, we're starting to challenge ourselves every month. And last month, myself and Tony challenged us to challenge each other to not swearing during the show. But if we swore, one swear word equaled 10 push-ups.
Yeah.
So in today, let's just, at the count of 3, let's just get out one swear word.
All right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. Okay, there we go.
We're good.
Felt good.
Oh, I felt so good when I said that.
Felt
Oh,
really
my God. Wow.
No repercussions.
Motherfucker, please. Motherfucker, please. I mean, man, your hands are tied the whole. That was a hard month, bro. That was a hard month. I ain't going to lie.
That was. You had to really
Shit.
mind your P's and Q's.
I like being free again.
I know.
I'm liberated.
See?
We're free.
Freedom of speech, ladies
I
and
love
gentlemen.
it. I love it. No censorship here.
So I was on my way down to the studio, and I was like, what can we do this month? That would be interesting. And I thought to myself, random dictionary challenge.
Yes.
So that being said, we're just going to take a random word from the dictionary and try and incorporate it into one of the stories.
This may be harder than last month.
It's going to be probably really hard. So I went to randomword.com.
Yes.
I'm going to hit refresh right now. So it's live. I don't know what the word's going to be.
All right.
And we're going to have to use this in one of the stories today. I don't know what the repercussion if we don't use it, though. We have to think of
I think we're going to do whatever we can to use it.
Okay.
Even if we misuse it.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? But the challenge will be to use it properly.
Okay.
We got to use it properly.
So today's word.
Yeah,
you're
what's
gonna
the
hit
word?
refresh. Oh, my God. Gat. G-A-T. Opening or straight between two sandbanks.
Oh, my God.
Gat. Opening or straight between two sandbags. Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Sandbanks. I will leave my phone there so you can look at the definition and see if
Okay.
we can somehow
Let me write that down. Okay, you got to write it down.
somehow use that within a story.
I thought it was like gat, like a
That's
gun.
that's what I thought.
No, I guess not.
That's the only.
That's the Urban Dictionary.
That's exactly. I think
Yo.
we surf Urban Dictionary.
Go get my gat.
Yeah.
Right, quick.
And
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, please do so. Just type in Talking Trends on YouTube. We really much appreciate that.
Yes.
And you can find us on iTunes and Google Play. And that's it. We're done. We're just going to get
Yeah.
into today's show. We're done jazzing you up.
Let's give you some topics.
We're done feeling you up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Up first, we're going to be talking about an interesting story. This judge, man, the court systems. This guy's no exception.
No.
He has admitted
Yep.
to being a serial panty raider.
I didn't know there was a thing.
You do now, my friend.
Yeah.
It's a very funny story. Lots of twists and turns.
Yeah.
Then you're going to talk about this hockey player in between periods or intermissions. She decides to breastfeed her child.
Want to get some opinions on this? It's a big topic. Let's see what the public has to say about this.
Yeah,
Yeah. No time. In between periods, baby's getting it in
I'd say.
the mouth.
Right in there.
Mhm.
Kansas City might be an airport you want to avoid because they have just had a huge infestation of bed bugs.
Oh, dude.
Gross.
The worst thing.
I personally never had bed bugs, but I heard
Me neither.
lots
knock
of
on
bad
wood.
things. Yeah, lots of bad things about these things.
Yeah.
And finally, Twitter meltdown for Miss Iggy Azalea.
Yeah, poor Iggy. She's not feeling good these days, and she's going for help, which is good.
That's good. I think everybody needs a little mental.
The problem is, did she bring it upon herself? And that's what we'll get into.
Oh, Tony.
Yeah.
There you go.
Little twist there for you.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
All right. Up first, ladies and gentlemen, this crazy little story. A New York district judge apologizes and admits he's a serial underwear stealer. A New York judge who police say repeatedly broke into his neighbor's home to steal her underwear has confessed to snitching panties on multiple occasions, even though he has pleaded not guilty.
It doesn't make sense to me.
I was saying this. I was like, how do you admit to something and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm not guilty? I don't know.
I don't know what to say.
So anyway, Suffolk County District Judge Robert Sicali has been removed from the bench and is facing up to 15 years in prison.
That's a big sentence,
For
bro.
raiding some underwear?
Compared to some of the other stories we've done, wow.
Dude,
Dude.
that's huge for stealing underwear.
And it's a judge.
And it's a judge.
Wow. That's a shocker.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're into stealing underwear, you might want to reconsider your profession.
Not do that, yeah.
That's 15.
And he pled guilty.
Not guilty, but he's admitted it.
Yeah, he admitted it, but
Yeah.
he pled not guilty.
But-
He still gets 15. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Come on.
Sicali was arrested on burglary charges and appeared in court Friday morning. The judge is a married father of 3 young children, and he's accused of sneaking into a home across the street and stealing the underwear of a 23-year-old woman who lives there with her parents.
Wow.
Bold on him for not only sneaking into somebody's house,
Yeah.
not only does she not live alone, but like she lives with the parents too.
I know.
Man. So he reportedly knew the girl from when she worked as an intern at attorney's office where he used to work.
Poor interns, man. They never catch a break.
Well, I know, working for free.
Yeah, working for free.
Getting their underwear
Sweaty
stolen.
old men all over them. Yeah, that's nice. That's good.
So in his confession, he said he stole the underwear upon feeling, quote unquote, urges. He admitted that on several occasions he entered the home, opened her hamper, and took the underwear. Not even like out of the laundry machine, out of the hamper.
No, that's what they want. They want the dirty ones.
Right.
They don't want them clean ones. That's what I've heard.
Right.
I don't know much about the subject.
Neither do I.
I'm just saying that would be my assumption because you've heard of these Asian vending machines that sell the underwear, ladies' underwear. They're dirty underwear. Otherwise, all you're doing is smelling Tide.
Right? That's boring.
You don't want that.
No.
You want that,
Ladies and gentlemen, I also, if I'm going to add to this commentary,
Yes.
Can't you just buy this sort of thing online too? So I've heard. I don't know. I heard from a friend that you can purchase used panties online after like a webcam show. I just don't know. I've heard this.
I think I've spoken to that same friend, and he told me the same thing.
Okay.
We may know the same friend.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, but I think you can. But maybe it's taken away from the excitement of it all. You know what I mean? That's part of that excitement. Maybe getting caught. You know the person. You know what I mean? Like if you bought it online, it could have been some old sweaty dude wearing it. Like you don't know.
Well, if you're watching a webcam person, I mean,
yeah,
and be like, I want those panties. Send them to me.
Yeah.
So I don't get 15 years.
Probably the safer move. I would agree. 15 years is a crazy sentence.
Now that I know the sentence, not me. Now that everybody out there now knows the sentence.
Not you. You'd never partake.
I would never do something.
Absolutely not. I would expect you never to do something like that.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, the judge was taken into custody after the incident that happened around 9 a.m. Thursday when the young woman was alone. Prosecutors said that she was sleeping but woke up when she heard her door open. She called out, "Hello?" And that's when she saw Sakali in the doorway, just standing there with his cold eyes that are pictured in
How creepy is that, man?
I know.
Look at his cold eyes.
I know. I just like keeping them up there. Just
nice.
because.
I like that.
Authorities say he turned around and ran away. The victim closed and locked the door and called her mother, who called 911.
Mm-hmm.
Responding officers said they saw Sakali walking up to a different house, pretending to knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hilarious. They approached him because he matched the description of the person the victim described. They reportedly found several pairs of soiled women's underwear on him. Not even at his house.
No.
On his person.
Well, you got to have them on the go. You never know when you're going to need it.
And
a little sniff.
Right. And which the victim identified as her own too. Okay. So Sakali has written a letter of apology to the victim and also provided a written confession. So not only has he apologized, but he is confessed.
100%.
And then to alley-oop and slam dunk it, he is still pleaded not guilty. Don't get this. Don't get the court system right now.
Yeah, I don't get that.
So this is highly disturbing. District attorney said this is an individual who swore to uphold the law. He violated it in a very serious way by stealing panties. The message here from both the county police department and the court district attorney's office is that no one is above the law, and we will prosecute this case to the fullest extent of the law. Clearly, because he's being charged for like 15 years.
That's crazy, bro.
Insane.
Yep.
So he was held on $50,000 bail.
Yep.
50. Stealing panties.
Man.
Stealing some underwears.
Wow.
Little skivvies.
It's incredible.
Neighbors were shocked when they learned the judge's arrest. I mean, of course. You're like, oh, my God, I can't believe Mr. Sakali was in our neighbor's house stealing her panties.
Yep.
They said, quote unquote, he's a family man. He's always outside playing basketball with his kids. One neighbor said he's always jogging. He's always friendly to everybody in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's how they get you, ladies and gentlemen.
That's how they get you.
They put that, what is it, the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, that false sense of security.
Yeah. One thing he's smiling at you, next thing he's taking your panties right out of your hamper.
Dude, there's so many things to this case. Like so many angles to this thing. Number one, the guilty, not guilty.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. Number two, you're a judge. So
that's like me. Kind of apples and oranges here.
Okay.
Sorry, I killed so-and-so.
Yeah.
Here's my written confession.
Right.
Then I'm going to go into court and say, not guilty.
Yeah.
That's just how it works in my mind. I could be reading the situation totally wrong.
Yeah.
But that's just how I see it.
I agree. So it makes no sense. And the third thing is, listen, there was a kid just got out of jail in Texas for he did 2 years for killing 4 people in a drunk driving incident.
Right.
Just got released. He got 2 years for murder. 4 people.
Wow.
This guy's doing potentially 15 years for stealing some underwear. I mean, come on. What is wrong with this whole system? Like, you could have a 5-year-old that could write better laws than this. Like, the rules to like Foursquare are more clear and more real than the judicial system in the U.S. It makes no sense at all.
Yeah, we were saying, I think on Friday's show,
I don't get it.
We just were like, there are rules, but how can they be like just bent and just used in so many different ways? I don't get it either. I honestly don't. What's the message you're ultimately sending?
What is the message you're sending? You can go from state to state, and every single judge in every single state has different rules, different laws. Sentencing can all be different. Your punishment's all different. It's so all over the place, man. Like, just get your shit together. Period.
I'm gonna have to go take some panties tonight, I guess.
Makes no sense.
I'm just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. I would never steal panties.
You would never do that.
I would just buy them. No, I'm just kidding. Jeez.
Amazon sells everything,
right?
Baby.
But that's one thing I don't understand. How you got to explain how if there's a lawyer out there listening to this podcast, I mean, email us and say, how can you confess to stealing, in this case, panties, and then plead not guilty at the same time?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's nuts.
Yeah.
Yogi chimes in. We got an underwear sniffer here. I don't know if you're referring to yourself or someone next to you. I don't know. Yogi, you got to be more clear, brother. Got to be more clear. It just seems like he's putting his hand up.
Must smell female pheromones. Huh.
Okay. Lauren says serial killer Russell Williams, who was a colonel in the Canadian Air Force, also started as a panty sniffer. So he went from that to serial killer. Tara Lucas says, I'd give you my panties. You don't need to steal them, bro. So there's an offer. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough.
This is crazy. There are pedophiles out there not getting that much time in jail. What's going on here?
Exactly, and that's the thing. There's other crimes, like as you mentioned, and there's people literally killing other people. There's grown adults touching kids. There's situations in Hollywood where mountings of accusation after accusation after accusation against these people who've been harassing and sexually harassing women and men. Still nothing to them. And this guy. Still, we're kind of a ridiculous crime.
Yeah.
15 years, $50,000 bond, just like that. And he's a judge.
Insane.
Right?
I don't know. Are they trying to set example because he's a judge? They're not trying to let him off easy? But I don't know.
Then if that is the case, then they should be setting, or should have been setting examples since the beginning of time.
True. You can't get the same sentence for stealing panties as rape. That just seems very unbalanced to me.
Imagine him in jail. What are you in here for? And how much? Listen, bro, dude, I'm in here for stealing some panties. Oh, man, you must be out soon. 15 years. Well, goddamn, I just raped somebody and I'm in here for 10.
Yeah, I guarantee you he's going to run into people like that. No doubt. Yogi says, not me. I'm talking about the judge. Yeah, sure, buddy.
Okay, Yogi.
Listen, it's all good, baby. Whatever you do, brother, we ain't judging. We're not here to judge you.
We're not judging.
You know?
Hey, listen, if it's your thing, just don't go stealing them.
Yeah, that's fair.
Purchase them fair and square. Just don't break and enter.
Yeah, don't do that.
A 20-something-year-old's house while they're sleeping and steal dirty panties. That's all we're saying.
There's a lot of Asian sites that can accommodate your particular needs. I don't know them, but I'm sure if you Google them, you might be able to find them. Happy Easter to all.
Hilarious.
Jeez. The fuck just happened here?
Shouts out to everybody tuning in. Thank you very much.
Shouts out.
For those, again, just tuning in, we're just wrapping up the story where a judge has just been caught, and he admitted to being a serial panty stealer, essentially. And he's getting up. He possibly can get 15 years. He probably won't get near that, but...
Just saying that you could potentially get 15, you're going to be close. You're not going to say that and get a year. Like, you're going to get something, so.
Man.
Oh, well, these things will happen.
I'd say.
And other things will happen, too.
I'd say even breastfeeding your child in between periods.
Listen, I would say, and we're talking about hockey periods, not the other period, but listen, you're a multitasker as a mother, and I know you wanted to laugh.
I know.
Yes! I got it. Oh, yes.
That's what we should try. No laughing challenge.
That's impossible.
Ooh,
That's
anyway.
worse than the swearing one.
Yeah.
Like shit. So hockey player breastfeeds her baby during game breaks. She's a mom boss, as they say. Sarah Small loves hockey so much that just 8 weeks after giving birth, she was on the rink playing the game again. It's just one problem. At one of the games, she realized she had forgotten to breast pump at home. So she stripped down in the locker room and breastfed her little one in between periods of her game. She says, quote, "I don't think I've done anything different than millions of moms before. The only difference is that Smalls' mom proudly snapped a couple of photos, and the rest is viral history." So she took some pictures of her breastfeeding in the locker room.
So that was her doing of taking the pictures, or was it?
Her mom took the pictures.
Okay, because that was my first question. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, who's taking pictures?
I'm like, I have no problem with ladies breastfeeding their child in public, but then also, who snuck into the? Is the New Jersey judge?
It's the
Is the judge sneaking into the locker room and taking pictures?
No,
now?
he's in the panties, man. He's not into that
yes,
stuff. No, that's a whole other freak situation. Small is an elementary school teacher from Grand Prairies, Alberta. She's playing
some Canadian talent.
Yeah, she's playing hockey since she was 4. She first shared the photo with a lactation consultant, who then shared it on Facebook.
Okay.
I'm assuming had her permission to do so. She said, I never thought this photo would ever leave the lactation page and especially go viral, she said.
Also, why couldn't lactation be the word of the day?
I know. Look, I could have crushed it on this story.
Right?
I guess we got GAT.
We got GAT. We still use that.
Yeah, we'll still have to work into that.
Yeah.
She said she's been having issues feeding young Ellie while covered, which is why she's stripped down completely. So you can see her top is completely off in this. Being a mom is absolutely amazing. I'm so happy to do this, something I absolutely love to do while still meeting my baby's needs. So playing hockey and still being a super mom. So the question comes up,
Dun, dun, dun.
how do you guys feel about public breastfeeding? Now, this is in a private locker room, but it's still a public place.
Yep.
How do you guys feel about women whipping it out and feeding their babies wherever the mood strikes or the need is there?
Here's my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't mind. One, because human nature. What's up? We've been doing it for hundreds of years.
True.
They've been pulling out the breasts and feeding the kid for years. And another thing, I don't stare at it. That's the other thing. I think that's where we draw huge attention. Is just like where people stare. That's the problem.
Making it awkward.
Yeah, making it super awkward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have no problem with it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I have a beef with it. I don't think I've seen it happen.
I don't know if I know anybody in my friend circle who has a problem with it. I don't know if I can vividly remember me like, yo, TK, you know what? I just came from the mall and I saw the most disgusting thing. I saw a mother feeding her hungry child. Disgusting. And she whipped out her breast. Can you believe it? And put it and forced that breast into that child's mouth. No, I never heard that.
No, me neither.
So I have no problem with it. I don't know what maybe there could be concern if, let's say, if you're somewhere in public with your family, and you have younger kids, and they'd be like, "Well, what's going on here?" I could see that maybe being a problem.
Well, that's the question. I mean, where is there a place when and where that it's appropriate or inappropriate? Like if you're in a restaurant and you're eating,
yeah, I don't see.
And the lady next to you decides to whip out her boob and feed her child. Would you find that uncomfortable?
And that's another thing where even here locally, there's been a couple of restaurants that have disallowed young children at their restaurants.
Yep.
Now, I'm not saying just for that case, but it could stem from it. But just generally like, hey, I want to have a romantic night with me and my partner. I don't want to have to worry about table 6 crying.
Yep.
And I totally get that too.
Totally.
You know, if you have kids and they're really young, bring them to Jungle Gyms. Bring them to more family environment. Not to say that you can't have a romantic dinner at Jungle Gyms. I highly recommend.
You can do that.
Yeah, the taquito platter.
Listen,
$6.99. You get 3 each.
That's a good deal.
Not too bad, right?
Wow.
Actually, I don't know the price, but it sounded like a Jungle Gyms situation.
Shouts out to Jungle Gyms.
Shouts out to Jungle Gyms.
Give us the discount, please.
Yeah, we'll support the show and we'll support you back.
All good.
Anyway.
Those fried onions on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm the same boat. I've never heard of anybody that's really around me that have said, listen, they've come to me with the same situation. I was in a restaurant, this happened, and they felt uncomfortable. I think people do feel uncomfortable because you can see clearly people staring and, maybe just, you can tell they're not comfortable with the situation. I don't think it makes it right or wrong. I mean, it's you're feeding your baby. I mean, what do you want me to do? I think that probably covering up should be.
That's the thing.
Maybe something you do.
I think you hit the.
She's in the locker room. She's got no top on, and she's just going
there's
at it.
People. There's worse things that happen in the what can be seen in the locker room. People strip down totally naked in the locker room.
True that.
But yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Is how you cover up. I mean, again. Ladies, have no problem with you whipping the boob out and feeding your child. Got no problem over here.
Whipping it out in period.
It's cool.
Whatever.
Yeah, whipping it out. Even if you have no kid and you just feel like kind of just
any
whipping it out.
Any time of the day, you know what I mean? Like,
no problem over here.
Yeah, it's not fair. Men can walk around shirtless. You can't. I'm for that right. All day long.
Free the nipple.
Yeah, free it.
But the thing is, I think in this case, on a more serious note, it's just how you cover up as well.
Right.
Yeah, I think just they make it a little bit more, I don't want to say respectable. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not gat, unfortunately.
It wouldn't be gat, unfortunately.
But just,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a loss for words right now.
Me too. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just, I think it's another, I don't want to say, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Jeez.
It sounds like we need to do
like etiquette.
A
etiquette.
thesaurus challenge.
Etiquette.
Yeah, I guess.
If you're at a restaurant, there's certain etiquette. You don't, put your face in the food and eat with your mouth like that.
Wait,
you obviously use your.
I've been doing it wrong.
Depending. But I mean, I don't know. I think there's a certain etiquette. Maybe there is a breastfeeding etiquette. I don't know. Is there a breastfeeding etiquette?
This is the thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe there is. Yeah. And if there is, great. You know what I mean? But I don't think there's a specific time and place for it. I don't think so. But I mean, like. Free the nip.
Oh, there you go. Final words from Tony and Cole.
Yes. Quote me on that, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, so
anyway, she's a super mom and she's doing her thing. And
you keep doing it, mama.
She's looking all right.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Up next, something to not keep doing, especially at airports and just in general. Bed bugs.
Nasty time.
Found in Kansas City Airport seating area.
Nope.
Talk about etiquette.
Yep.
Bed bugs have been found in a sitting area at the Kansas City International Airport in Missouri. The Kansas City Star reports that this discovery was made Thursday inside Terminal B. Airport spokesman Kathleen Hefner says the infestation was on a upholstered chair and near several restaurants.
Ooh.
Even worse. So not only in the seating area, but
nasty.
In probably reach of a bunch of restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
Hefner said the mezzanine area of the terminal was closed temporarily to clean the bugs. She said no food prep areas were contaminated. I don't know. How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know?
I'd burn the whole airport down. It's the only way
that seems economically proper.
It's the only way to get rid of them. But I guess the affected area was reopened early Friday after receiving treatment. Here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not tell anybody about the affected area? Or do you be like, put a little tape, a little warning around like one or two seats and be like, listen, we just cleaned for bed bugs on these two seats. I would hope they just replace the seats.
I would assume that would be the best thing to do. The thing about it is, if the bed bugs, if they appear in the airport,
you say bed bugs or bed bugs?
Big bites.
Okay, bed bugs.
The best way no, the thing about it is, they come from somewhere. They come usually from passengers.
Yes.
From their suitcase, their clothes, they're from their home. So it's not like the airport itself has created bed bugs. The airport has,
it's like they found these bed bugs in between a gat. Is that? Can I use that?
Can that be good?
Opening or straight between two sandbanks.
Well, you know what? It's been proven.
Yeah.
It's been proven that bed bugs They don't like to travel through sand, but sometimes when you put the sandbanks together, they travel through the gats.
Right.
And that's how they free themselves.
Yes.
So, I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah. They usually go through the gat.
Yeah, through the gat.
In formation, and then
there you go.
That's how they disperse.
We need to have a bell when we actually get we work it in.
We'll work on that on tomorrow's show.
So mission 1, we've got it done.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's usually passengers. The worst thing is if it's on a plane.
Right.
Like, that's the worst thing, right? Like, because if it breaks out on a plane, man, it's on there, and it's it's a confined place. What are you gonna do? Treat the whole plane?
There's a lot of gross things that go on in planes. If you really think about it, you're breathing each other's air. You got the baby screaming, just bad. Everything. It's constantly like, person leave seat, you're back sitting in that seat within like hours, depending on the flight. I mean, there's barely any like downtime for a lot of the planes. And again, I'm surprised you don't hear more cases with this, considering all the flights in the world to all the different countries, constantly going in and out of airports.
Yep.
I mean, I'm surprised that we have not had another Black Plague yet.
Well, I think there's usually people come off trips. They catch a cold or they get sick or whatever, and a lot of it's because of that dead air in the airplane. But
yeah,
bed bugs are a problem, everywhere. But I mean, I think the airport probably should have, like you said, just take the seats out.
Yeah, I hope they did. I don't know what the cleaning precautions were.
Yeah,
maybe if I read the article a little bit more, but I don't think they said what they went through for cleaning.
I think to do it in that area, like over those couple seats, it's not really worth it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's best to just remove the problem and go burn the friggin' chair somewhere. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
It just says the seating area was treated. I don't know what treated means.
I think they spray some sort of spray, but I don't know. Whatever that means.
It's a bummer because I'm not sure if there's anything else open. Michelle, who was waiting for a flight to Arizona, because she was talking about the restaurants, because I think they had to close down the restaurants as well. And she was bummed out because they had to close the restaurants. Well, you know what, Michelle? That's what you got to do in precautions. Unless you want bed bugs crawling down your throat.
Go ahead and try to eat. Go ahead. Like, who's going to stop you?
Enjoy that turkey club sandwich, Michelle.
I'm going to move my guy over a little bit so he can travel.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Find another place to eat, lady.
Yeah, and another passenger said, my appetite is kind of done for today. Passenger Michael Roach. That's pretty funny, his last name.
Come on.
He had a bug last name.
Unreal.
Anyway, it's actually quite alarming. I mean, I agree. I've known some people that have bed bugs, and I know they're hard as hell to get rid of. And apparently when you check into hotels, you're supposed to kind of like check the seams of the bed, the mattress.
Check the seams.
Like, lift up the sheets.
Yeah.
And then pull
down. The seams are together?
Like, you pull the sheet back, and then you look at the because that's where they hide, is in like the crevices of like where the mattress is sewn together in the corners, and you want to do that apparently every time you sleep at a hotel. But I'm just like, I've never done that.
I've been in 100 hotels. I've never ever done that in my life.
So
maybe I should start.
Tony's responsible for the bed bugs in Kansas.
Sorry,
ladies and gentlemen.
I've never been there.
Yeah, that was.
That I want to admit.
Yeah. And finally, wrapping up the bed bug story.
Yeah. She's not a bed bug.
She's not a bed bug last time we checked.
But if she was a cartoon character, Iggy Azalea, that might be a cool name for a bed bug. Iggy. But she's not doing too well. Sent to a mental health retreat after a Twitter meltdown. Rapper Iggy Azalea.
God bless the public meltdowns.
Yeah, just a meltdown. Her managers staged an intervention for her over her infamous Twitter feuds to bid to help her with her mentality, her mental health. The trouble hitmaker.
There you go.
The troublemaker.
Yep.
The trouble hitmaker has.
She's been having trouble making hits, but that's
another
story.
Maybe that's what they meant. Has engaged in social media beef. We've heard this for quite a number of years with the likes of Azalea Banks, Nicki Minaj, Q-Tip, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Erykah Badu, and Macklemore in recent years.
I hate how the ladies just keep hating on each other.
Yeah,
just like in an industry dominated by men, you would think like, hey girls, let's band together. Yeah. Let's form a super group maybe. Yeah. And do something awesome. But I mean, they just
love to see like a women's label. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Queen Latifah stepping up and just having a label, and then not that you couldn't discriminate men, but you're in control of the label.
That's what I'm saying.
Seems to be women.
They
men
need
in
like
control.
they need like Nicki Minaj to team up with Cardi B.
Yeah.
Just have this whole woman.
Stop fighting people.
Stop tearing each other down.
Why it's gotta be a fight all the time?
Yeah. Jesus.
Fallouts after online fallouts, so representatives decided enough was enough. Iggy's manager sat her down and advised her to seek treatment seek treatment at a therapeutic center in Arizona to deal with her emotional issues. Quote, I thought I was coming to speak about something else. The Aussie recalls to Billboard stage intervention, and then they were like, we think you need to go away to this place. So she showed up, had no idea, was completely blindsided.
That's not okay. Gotta stop you for a second. Yeah. I'm all for the intervention, right?
Yes.
But when I used to watch Intervention on A&E, remember that show?
I love that show.
And I think I don't know if it's still around, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
think it's still on.
You can double check, but see, we need that Alexa. Goddamn, I gotta get on that.
I know.
So yeah, the only thing that used to kind of really bug me about that show is like, man, you're not tricking them.
You didn't like them being blindsided.
Yeah, just the whole blindsided, but I get it because they probably wouldn't have went.
Otherwise,
in general,
you never get them.
But on that show, I think like those are some very serious cases. I don't know. I'm not saying Iggy's isn't.
It could be,
but
it might not be.
I mean, just as a friend, I would just be like, maybe, hey, Iggy, I think you're having problems. Let's level with each other. Don't get her to fly somewhere and then be like, get her all dolled up. Go through the whole motions of getting her hair done, her makeup,
get
everything.
In the green room.
You get a whole green room, everything all set up, and then she thinks she's there to do some, grand speech, and then she comes out and it's just like her management team, like, we got to bring you to some mental institution.
Listen, motherfucker, you got to go get some help.
Yeah.
It's not good. Quote, they were like, we think you're really talented, and you can go to the studio and make hits all day, but we don't know if
that's debatable.
Yeah, but yeah, I was a little bit of a
someone got to come and do an intervention on their
ego boost.
Someone got to do an intervention on her management team for telling her lies.
Her career needs a revival hit there, but we don't know if someone says something about you and you have a reaction. It could ruin a branding deal. We need you to go and speak to these people and make sure that you're mentally prepared to come out with new music. She confesses, I didn't want to go there. I didn't like the idea of being sent away somewhere. I was pissed.
Clearly. So,
not happy, obviously. She also goes on to say, I never really sat down and had an honest conversation with professional people. It was good to say something to somebody who could give me the tools and information on how to make my life manageable when I'm feeling those things. So she's kind of admitting she's got, something there, a problem she needs help with. So it was really useful. I'm glad I went. So she's ultimately glad that she did go and do it. Now, here's the thing.
Break it down.
Iggy.
Okay, here we go.
Girl.
Oh, boy.
Listen, nobody was attacking you, darling, before you started fucking shooting shots off at people that have been in the game for a while. If you know anything about hip-hop, she was the one when she came out like fire. Listen, she came out like fire under the management of T.I., who's a legend in the game, right? King of the South. Yeah. She's under his wing, comes out with a fire hit right out the gate, and then all of a sudden she starts shooting shots at all these established guys. Eventually, T.I. just says, what the fuck are you doing? You gots to go. Yeah. She's gone. She breaks up with her homie there, Nick Young, who she was with, who plays for Lakers. Yeah. So, I mean, there was a lot of things that kind of came down. And then she had every artist that's been, like Snoop Dogg, all these guys, attacking her, saying, you better show your respect here to the game. Yeah. Don't start attacking people that, you know what I mean? You don't have a right to attack. You're not at that level. Right.
And I think a lot of I'm going to talk about two sides. And I think when you have this little bit of quick success, it clearly and money, it goes to your head, and then all of a sudden, I mean, you're on top of the world. Everybody's telling you yes, yes, yes. Everything you're doing is right. Hey, big girl, like you're selling out these shows. You're on point, babe. You're on point, babe, and et cetera, et cetera. Everybody messes with you, and then I mean. Yeah, you feel like you're top dog and no one can touch you. But on the ladder of all this, maybe that's the reason why she's having these problems, because, I mean, that's a lot of emotions to deal with when, again, like, you go from, I think she was modeling early on in her career.
Very early.
Very early. But she was modeling, and then all of a sudden she shoots up to success, and then she kind of has been attacking people and being attacked, and then has a relationship with Nick from the Lakers.
Yep.
And that ended badly.
Very badly.
Constantly in the spotlight. Again, just in and out of battles.
Yep.
Hasn't had a huge hit since she's come out.
Absolutely.
There's been a couple
years.
but again, it's just like the pressures of that. So maybe all of that accumulation, she's probably realized and that's the thing. You know what? To be in that industry and at that level, it takes a lot of personality traits to deal with a lot of things that come at you, especially when you're in the public eye like that and dealing with a bunch of things coming at you.
No doubt, man. From all angles.
Right. And here's my thing. It's just like the social. It's the gift and the curse of social media. You really do start to see who people really are.
Yep.
And I think a lot of artists should take a time out from social media and Twitter to really, if they want to respect their brand, I think they should just be quiet. Kanye's pretty good at that. I will say, when he's on, but then when he's offline, he's offline.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's concentrating on being great. And I think that a lot of artists should take some notes from doing that. You know what? Peace out.
Yep.
You got everything at arm's reach, or if it's not at arm's reach, it's coming to you if you want it.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need social media.
I think you're right. I think the time to take a break, you have to realize when that is. I think you're right on that. I think ultimately what happened here with her was, I think this was a PR stunt that went wrong. Mm-hmm. I think she assumed that she had reached a certain level, and taking those shots, she would get exposure, which is what she wanted. But I don't think that she thought she was going to get the attack back from these artists and the public. She thought that the fans were going to be like, "You go, Izzy,
right?
or Iggy, sorry, we're on your side. You can say whatever. I agree with." But the fans turned on her. Fans turned on her.
Right.
So I think it's a PR stunt that went drastically wrong. She assumed the fans would stay with her. She just wasn't established enough to start taking those shots, man. You just can't do it.
And also, I think you got to be prepared for it to go bad too.
Agreed.
Agreed. If you're coming at certain people, and some people who have a lot of cadence in the game and stuff like that in the music industry, be prepared to take a lot of heat. And again, with social media, man, you're gonna get a lot of backlash and some.
And dude, you're in the rap game,
and you're female in the rap game.
You're female in the rap game. That's predicated on having beef and people attacking each other. I get it, but you know what? Don't attack the people that built it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're biting the hand that feeds you. It's a big mistake. Yeah. And obviously, she's paid the ultimate price here. Like you said, hasn't had a hit in years. Off the radar. She's no longer A-list. She's no longer top dog in anything there. So, Iggy, we hope that your mental sanity is all good.
Yeah.
But I don't see a hit in your future anytime soon. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry. T.I., you may need to get involved again a little bit because,
if I know Tony, he knows a hit.
I know a hit when I hear one. The rule is, if you got a 3-year-old singing it, that's a hit. If they can remember your song, boom, you're in.
There you go.
King of the South. Shouts out to T.I.
There you go. Somebody tried to get a quick management deal.
You got out of that one just in time, brother.
Yeah.
Just in time.
Hilarious.
Yeah. White people.
Messing it up yet again.
Fucking it all up all over the place.
God damn it.
Anyway.
Give them an inch.
I know.
Take them.
It is what it is.
Take a mile.
No, but hopefully she does feel,
again, when dealing with mental issues,
that's a serious thing.
I take no joke. So, honestly, if she is going through something, then I hope she does get better and comes back a little stronger and gives us something.
Maybe a little more humble.
And exactly. If you can be a little bit more humble,
that would be nice.
It'd be all right.
I'll bump your jam. You be a little humble girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Come out healthier, stronger, and more humbler.
Yogi says, y'all are so happy you can swear now. Motherfucker right.
Yeah, motherfucker right.
You didn't notice that, did you? Jesus. We love y'all.
Yeah, we got to put now officially. When I upload these episodes to iTunes and Google Play, I have to put explicit now.
Oh,
because they're all clean before
yeah. Oh, yeah. He's
for the most part.
Well,
Because I just said goddamn and you said ass.
the ass.
I mean, they say that stuff on TV like it's going out of style.
they say worse than that, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, so then we are explicit now.
We are the explicit talking trends.
Well, our show is not really designed for children, really. Anyway,
young adults maybe.
Young adults,
Y'all,
as it were.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in on your Easter Monday, your very long weekend. I know it's Tuesday. A lot of you probably got to go back to work. It stinks. But you know what? Look at the light at the end of the tunnel. It's a short week then.
True that.
4 days.
Only 4 days.
You'll be on Thursday and be like, oh my God, tomorrow's Friday. And then it's the weekend after that. Right?
Yeah. Super short week.
Short week.
You had a long weekend. You're full of chocolate.
Full kinds. I'm going to the gym to work out.
He's going to the gym to work out. I've been to the gym to work out. Got all the chocolate sweats out of me.
Yep, chocolate sweats.
I'm good to go now.
Right.
I'm gonna go do some mini putting now.
There you go.
Oh,
actually, Tony's talking a lot of game before we finish.
Talk a lot of game.
Before the show started, we got on the subject of bowling somehow.
Well, Joe says he had free bowling passes,
which we're going to probably give away during the show.
We're going to do that
this month. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like to bowl, if you've never bowled before, this will be the time or the month to tune in because we'll be giving out bowling passes.
We're giving back.
Yeah, we're giving back. This is going to be great for you guys to really step your bowling game up. So anyway, Tony was talking a lot of game, saying he's basically unbeatable. He's the Billy Oatman of
Who's
bowling.
Billy Oatman?
He's a professional bowler. Don't ask me how I know this.
Oh, I'm talking shit. You know the guy's name. I don't even know who that is.
And I'm not talking. Anyway, you're just like, I can't be beaten. I am Megatron of.
Said nothing
you
like
are the
that.
Optimus Prime. Of
I
bowling.
said I was a good bowler.
Okay.
I said I was a very good bowler.
And I said, you want to get this
And
work
before
on
he
Friday?
even just said anything, he was just like, "Let's go, let's do it." And I'm like, "What? Why it's got to be like that?"
Yeah. So Friday.
You pulled the Iggy Azalea on me right out the gate.
Yes, sir. I'm attacking my forefathers who've
right
laid
through the gat.
who've laid it down over the years.
Shit.
So I've challenged him to a bowl on Friday.
We're gonna bowl. Is that the proper term? A game of bowling.
Yeah, a game of bowling.
String of bowling.
A couple strings.
Couple strings.
Yeah, we'll do like the best of 3.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right. Where's the we should get people to come out and watch this
Yeah, we should.
exhibition.
We'll set up the
when we
Facebook
find the
event.
location.
Yeah.
When are we doing it? Friday?
Yeah, may as well do Friday.
All right, so we'll go do a Friday. The Super Bowl. A bowl.
There you go.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl, and then we'll have in like parentheses ing bowling. Super
Yes.
Bowling.
That bowl, yes.
Yeah, super. Yeah.
Super unbowling.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be fun.
So Friday, that's going down.
Listen, it'll be fun. I'm gonna play for fun.
Me
I'm
too.
not a competitive individual,
Neither am I, Tony.
but all right. What's the guy's name? Oates?
Billy Oatman.
Billy Oates.
Billy Oatman. Billy Oatman.
Billy Oatmeal.
Yeah.
I'll be Billy Oatmeal. You
Well,
be
I'll
somebody.
tell you a quick story. The reason why I know that is because when Nintendo Wii first came out and that bowling game they had,
Yeah.
me and my friend Hi were really into it, and they were like, you know what? Let's search up professional bowling
my God.
guys, and I wanted to be like the Michael Jordan of
And that's who
bowling.
you came up with?
Well, I needed to be a black guy too.
Oh, is he a black guy?
He's a black guy.
But is he the best bowler? Or
he
just,
wasn't the best bowler.
No, you just picked the black guy.
So I was like, I'll take Billy Oatman.
That's super racist.
Yeah, I know.
Jeez.
I need some representation, Tony.
Okay, all right.
Gotta,
Represent.
yeah. So anyway, that's the reason why I said Billy Oatman.
Okay. So you're the Billy Oatman. I'm the whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any other bowlers. I'm sorry.
I'm the Masari of bowling.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Okay.
You are the Masari of bowling.
Which is not good because I'm pretty sure he doesn't bowl. He told me. All right, so we'll see what happens Friday. We'll let you know the scores. We'll officially see what's up. Maybe we should start a betting pool. No, we don't gamble on the show.
No, we don't gamble. Let's start that, Tony.
Okay, it's all good.
Let's look into that.
Get your asses back to work tomorrow. Stop being slackers. Get your chocolate ass off the couch.
Get your chocolatey asses off the couch.
Tell the bunny to go home.
Yeah.
And we're glad you joined us today. And we will. You can catch us everywhere now.
Yeah,
we're all over the place.
We're all over the place. Again, we really appreciate your time. We're here on Facebook Live Monday to Friday from 5 p.m. to 5:30. A little longer today, but we're on iTunes. We're on Google Play. We'll be on a couple other platforms.
YouTube. We're everywhere.
We're on YouTube, and
And we'll be back tomorrow.
hopefully, but we will be actually.
5 o'clock, people.
Hope to see you there.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are out.